What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Sharmer Fantasy Battle Report. Got another battle report for today. It is Hogfest 2019 round number 2. Guys, what is going on? Woo! Alright. So, not gonna lie, guys. I've been working a second job, and I am tired as hell. I am surprised I found time to make a battle report right now, and I'm going to make this battle report. But I am super sleepy. And I'm really tired, so if I'm not full of energy right now, I'm sorry. And for those of you who don't really give a rat's ass, you're like, yes, he's going to shut up and not scream. I probably still will scream because I took an energy drink just to make sure I had some energy for this battle report. Anyways, let's go over this. I got a game against Mr. Captain America himself, Mr. Jeremy Schweitzer. Now, Jeremy Schweitzer is he's a great guy. He always gets freaking best sportsmanship because he's really cool guy. I've said this in every battle report I've ever fought him in. Now, Jeremy is also a very good player. Obviously, he's Captain America. And he always tends to play Vermin Swarm or Demons. But today we're playing against his Vermin Swarm. And let's go over that game really quick. I'm going to go over what I have. Let's go over what he has. And let's go over the fucking game. Over here, I got the big fat bastard King Koopa. Koopa is my Goblin King, Spider King, Touch of Greatness, or not Touch of Greatness, Shield Breaker and Dragon Staff. Over here I got my BGKs. My BGKs are the Bazooka Scortac Killers. They are 24 goblins with tomahawks, throwing weapons, bows, Banner Discipline, Relentless Banner, and both the BSB and the Wizard. Over here I got my Cave Trolls, 7 of them. Over here I got my Dread's Iron Legion, which is 23 Black Orcs with a Dread Iron Tooth and a Mykonox Totem. Over here I got my Feral Orc Ed Bashers, 26 of them. My extra hand weapons to fight an extra rank banner. I got my 3, my K-Pack, Koga Kaiser Koenig, and I got 5. I know they look like wolves, but they are 5 Spider Riders. Yeah, let's go over his list right here. This is everything on one tray. We got units of giant rats. He has a couple units of giant rats. I'm gonna just try to show you the Dropbox file real quick so I can show you what he had here. But he has big old vermin demon in the center. He has 2 units of 8 rat ogres, or I like to call them as rogers. He has a couple units of giant rats, a couple units of plague disciples. He has a couple, I want to say a couple units of vermin guard for scoring. And only 1 Doom Wheel, not really any shooting, which is actually a really interesting list for a Vermin Swarm list. But let's go over this game. First off, it's hold the center, it's diagonal deployment. He dropped everything to go first, which gives me chances to counter on deployment. I think I let him go first. I think he picked sides, and then he went first. Or I think what we came down to the decision was we were both going to pick the same side, anyways, that we're at. So the only obstacle here is that I pick sides. I totally pick sides. I remember what happened because there's an impassable up on the top part, and there's the house on the bottom part. So basically, creates a chokehold in the hold the center scenario. So that is why I picked the side that I did. He dropped everything to go first. I just made sure that I kept everything away from the Doom Wheel that is worth a damn to keep the Doom Wheel away from. Here's a picture of Mr. Jeremy Schweitzer himself, Captain America, and let's go over his turn 1. Vermin Swarms, turn 1. Vermin Swarms, turn 1. As you can see, there's not much movement right here. There's not too much movement. He goes ahead and he moves up the Vermin Demon to get some spells in. He gets the Doom Wheel to shoot somebody. And really, he's just watching that center. Magic, he got a 1 of the Flux, which isn't too much, but he goes ahead and gets a Twisted Effigy off, which this one sucks because, you know, when you're fighting somebody with Divination and Witchcraft, he does have Divination and Witchcraft. You have to stop those big Divination nuke spells, but he gets off Twisted Effigy, which fucks up my shooting in this unit and fucks up my Pyromancy. Over here shooting, he ends up shooting off 3 of my Savage Orcs with his Doom Wheel. And, yeah. Oh, no, he actually shot the Black Orcs. Killed 2 Black Orcs. I don't know what the fuck killed the Doom Wheels. Or the Savages, sorry. So, yeah. Anyways, turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1. I'm going to go ahead and do a little shimmy here. I'm going to go ahead and shimmy up. Koopa goes all the way up on the left flank. Up. My goal for Koopa really right now is to get rid of all the Plague Disciples and shit on the left side, go around that rock and start threatening rear and flank charges, right? But just get better positioning, go around on the flanks. The K-Pack is actually trying to keep... it's doing a really good job at zone control here, making sure that nobody gets close enough to that 18, 19-inch bubble of the K-Pack, which is keeping my right flank covered. The trolls go behind the wall, which it creates a... do you really want to fuck with stone trolls that are hiding behind a stone wall? It really does create an issue for him. It's not the best scenario for him. Now my savages move up a bit, and this is actually a really dumb move by me. I didn't really even see it too much, but the savages are so close to his rat ogres that if he does charge the rat ogres into the savages, he's going to overrun into my goblins on the left. Goblins on the left just moved there to make sure that I had some line of sight to do some pyromancy, but it was really dumb because I actually put myself in a very vulnerable position. Black orcs were kind of chaffed by the building, so I just kind of moved them up like they are. And my other goblins were kind of chaffed by everything, so they're just going to try to sit there and shoot at the doom wheel I think I had range on. Magic, didn't really matter what happened in Magic. I rolled 4 fucking dice. I rolled 1, 1, 1 on the 4 dice. Fizzle on a Scorching Salvo. Everything else I really have, he stops the 2d6 Fireball, and everything else was kind of garbage. My Wizard Crown, I got the Altered Sight, get that off onto the Green Guard, and that's all that really happened. So shooting, I'm going to shoot the fucking Green Guard into his fucking Doom Wheel, gets 1 wound, and that is it. It's going to start off turn, oh, get out of there, stop that, there we go. Turn 2, Vermin Swarm. Vermin Swarm turn 2, his Rat Ogres charge into my Savages. I didn't see it till he called it on the charge, and I'm like, son of a bitch. Now he only needs a 14 to get in, okay? And he's movement 6, so he only needs an 8. I don't think these guys are Swift Stride though, so luckily he actually fails this charge here. He goes ahead and does this long charge here. Now this charge could be devastating. They're just giant rats going into the flank of the Spider Riders. Again, I think he needed like a 16. I want to say this one he got, no, I think he failed both of them. I think he failed both. Magic got a 7 on the flux. As you can see, this is basically how he fully moved. Kind of came up a bit, failed a couple charges. Right now I'm going to start grabbing the center objective after this turn. Anyways, Magic gets off Fate's Judgment, kills off 2 of the Savages, and then that is really it. That is it. I stopped the Unerring Strike, and I think he just failed his the Swarm spell, the 2d6 strength 4 Swarm spell. It's going to go ahead and start off Orcs and Goblins, turn number 2. Orcs and Goblins, turn number 2. I'm going to call it the Wog! I'm wogging. Now, I charged Koopa into these rats. I realized they're way out of range of his leadership bubble. So I'm like, alright, fuck it. I'm just going to terror check him. And he's like, shit, terror is still a thing? Yes, it is. Boom. These guys fail their terror check. They run off the table. So I redirect into his Plague Disciples thinking, I need like an 11 to get in anyways. I really don't expect to get into the Plague Disciples. My whole goal was just to get rid of those giant rats. I fucking made this charge. I made it on 11. God damn it. The Trolls... I was trying some sneaky stuff here. I was trying to get the Trolls into the Doom Wheel and then into the flank of his Demon, or get into the flank of his Giant Rats or whatever else, right? Just start getting in there. We figured it out, though, afterwards that I would not be able to get a full charge, or I would not be able to get to the Doom Wheel, because what ends up happening is I got touch the Doom Wheel, but the Doom Wheel can't even wheel towards my guys because those rats are in the way, so it'd be a failed charge. So I end up just picking on those rats that are right next to the Doom Wheel. I made the charge, I'll get in, it's not a big issue. Magic, got a 4 on the flux, go ahead and do a Scorching Salvo, kill off a couple. I only do 1 wound here onto the giant rats, and I do maybe a wound onto a couple of the Vermin guard, but nothing really much. I did do one onto the Doom Wheel, nothing onto his general. And shooting, over here I'm going to use the BGKs, I'm going to use the Green Guard, and I'm going to shoot everything into his Rat Ogres here on the left side. I end up killing off one of them. If he wants to charge my Savages, that's fine. And then up here, the fucking Toxic Attacks. Fucking Strength, or Initiative 10 Toxic Attacks did 5 wounds to my fucking spider before I even went. What? Ah, these things are nasty. They always do this shit. That's why I stopped bringing Crom around, was because these fucking little rats. God damn, 5 fucking wounds. Koopa does demolish them, by the way. Koopa fucks them up, and basically that's how it looks. It's gonna start off his turn. Vermin Swarm, turn number 3. Vermin Swarm, turn number 3. He's gonna go ahead and charge. Now he's charging my spiders that are chaffing all his shit up and on the right side, right? He charges his giant rats into the K-Pack. I think the K-Pack was trying to ram the Rat Ogres, and I failed that charge too. So he's going to counter charge, which puts me in a bad spot. That's why I had to chaff him on the right side, which sucks. I flee with the K-Pack. K-Pack will come back later in the game, but for right now, it's kind of not going to be useful. Now, he charges here with both his demon print, or his vermin demon, and his rat ogres. And I have a better picture of this later. He charges with the vermin guard here. He charges with the plague disciples here. The plague disciples are going to get a nice little overrun if they can. Now, it gets in here. My goal was, and this is an interesting picture right here. My goal here was on the bottom, you see where my BGKs are, is even if he charged the savages, that he would skim right by the BGKs. I did not do a good enough job of this. In this picture, it looks pretty clear cut. Like, you can grab a piece of paper and go like that, and it looks pretty damn clear cut. Actually, yeah. But on the table, it's like a hairline. So it ends up becoming this big deal later. Not going to matter right now. He does get in. He does skim by my Black Orcs. Now, my Black Orcs did grab the objective last round. My Trolls are stuck there fighting his Rat Ogres, and Koopa's in a spot where nothing's really going to happen at this current moment. Magic, he gets an 8 on the Flux, goes ahead and he does Guiding Light, Scrying, and I think that's all he really got off, and that's fine. Close combat. Oh my god, close combat. So he goes first and he kills off the back 2 ranks of my savages, okay? He kills off the back 2 ranks of my savages. I actually could hold a steadfast. I could. If I kill 2 ogres, or one rat ogre, I fucking do 1 wound. I do 1 single wound onto the rat ogres. I have like 20 something attacks, hitting them on 4s because of scrying, right? Wounding them on 4s, and I do 1 fucking wound. I'm gonna run. I auto break. I run. Now, at this moment right here, or no, actually, I think he did more with thunderstomps. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. I didn't do shit. I did 1 fucking wound regardless. All right, and right here, we're trying to figure out if he could overrun into me or not. Now, what ends up happening here is we ended up having to call the DM. The DM is the one who came by, and at this moment, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's hard to figure out because models are touch, models are bump, models are whatever, right? But the DM comes, puts a ruler underneath the demon, and it makes a straight line go straight into the goblins. Now he needs like a 10 to get in. What does he roll? He rolls a 12. Oh well, it happened. Now at this point, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I honestly was trying to set it up so they didn't overrun. It doesn't even matter. He gets in with the frickin' vermin demon. Now I'm just gonna have to make lemonade out of lemons, right? Over here though, god damn, I only do 1 wound with my Trolls. I think he fails to wound me, so nothing really happens in this combat. I think we're in a stalemate here. And then over with the Spider Riders, he kills them and he overruns towards my Black Orcs with his Plague Disciples. Here comes the biggest play of the game. Here comes the biggest play of the game. This play right here on turn 3, Orcs and Goblins, could change the whole fucking game, right? I charged the Black Orcs into the Rat Ogres the Trolls are fighting, alright? To get them out of the way, so I could charge the flank of his Vermin Demon with my little Common Goblin unit, okay? As of right now, the Common Goblins are going to be chaffed by the Black Orcs. So the Black Orcs only need like a 10. So on a 10, I need like a 6 on the dice. Alright? Which isn't bad. It's better than average, right? Odds. I charge Koopa into that fucking Doom Wheel, which Koopa does need 11 to get in. Alright? Here's what happens. Black Orcs roll double 1s. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh god, man, what the fuck? So the Common Goblins are chaffed behind the Black Orcs. The fucking, oh god damn. Alright, magic, nothing really happens. I put up Altered Sight on this bastard. He stops my Flaming Swords. Of course he would stop my Flaming Swords. Why wouldn't he? Alright, up here, close combat. He ends up doing 6 wounds that stick. Alright, or 7 wounds that stick. 7 wounds that stick. I did all my attacks back, hitting him on 3s, wounding him on 4s. I did 1 wound. I swear to fucking Christ. I swear to fucking Christ right now. My fucking regen saves, I can't roll 4 up. My fucking wounds, I can't roll 4 up. I can't roll 4 up for shit. So my Trolls flub huge, alright? They're gonna run, he's gonna chase me down, and I lose the unit of Trolls. So now his Rat Ogres are right there by his Plague Disciples, and it's gonna be his turn next too, by the way. Or did I stick this round? I don't even remember. I don't even remember. Over here, though, close combat. I tell him straight up. He goes, all right, I'm going to attack all my attacks into your wizard because I want to get rid of your pyromancy. Okay, fine. So he goes for it. He swings away. He does 3 wounds onto my wizard. Now, my goblins are attacking back with poison, might I add, and I get 1 poison to go through. All right. This motherfucker has 2 wounds on him. I think one of them was from the Savage Orcs act, to be honest, and then one of them was from the poison right now. So he has 2 wounds on him, right? He killed my wizard. He did a charge, 3 wounds. Now, his Thunderstomp, he only did 1. Okay? That's awesome. So I have a wound and 2 banners. So I'm losing combat by 2 in fear, but my general's right there because he didn't fucking bother charging farther. And I end up sticking with my goblins. I fail the first roll. I had the BSB reroll. I get it. And he's like, son of a bitch, I gotta kill your BSB. So it's off his turn. Vermin Swarm turn 4. Vermin Swarm turn 4. He's gonna charge his Plague Disciples into the flank of the Black Orcs. Okay. Magic, he gets a 6 on the Flux. Goes in and he does all these spells onto a Koopa. I have to let him go. I don't really care. It's like wheel turns and all this shit, whatever, right? But he's doing it so he can lower the movement of Koopa so I can't charge his Doom Wheel again. He goes in and puts on Twisted Effigy on these guys. I don't really give a fuck. That's all that really happens. Close combat with... let's see. Do I have a picture of the close combat? There's a picture of the space, I guess. I don't know what happened to his Rat Ogres. I think his Rat Ogres just ran over the trolls right now. I don't even know. But up here, close combat. I don't have a picture of it. I don't. I don't think I did another wound. Maybe I did. I did. So, close combat with the Forest Goblins was he goes to swing at the BSB. I tell him, to be honest, I'm going to be honest with you, you're better off just swinging at the unit, kill the unit, let them run. And he goes, no, I can't risk you having the BSB bonus plus the reroll. He goes, so I'm just going to swing everything at the BSB. I go, the BSB has parry. He goes, okay. He rolls the dice. He rolls a 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, whatever, and he gets 1 hit, 1 wound. So he only did 1 wound. His Thunderstop flubs again, okay? And I did no wounds to him. So I have 2 banners. He did a wound. He makes a save. It doesn't even matter. I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm still there, right? Now it's going to start off my turn, Orcs and Goblins turn number 4. Turn number 4 or 3, whatever turn this is. I charge the Goblins into the flank. They get in. Alright, cool. Magic got a 2 on the Flux. As you can see, that's how it looks. Now I started moving. I actually started retreating with Koopa because Koopa should be able to get out of range of that Doom Wheel. Nothing to shoot Koopa. He actually did a couple more wounds with the Doom Wheel shooting Koopa, so now I'm at max wounds -1. So basically Koopa, the next shot will die, but nothing can actually shoot Koopa as long as that Vermin Demon is taken care of. My K-Pack finally does rally. My Black Orcs finally turn around just basically to deal with the fucking Plague Disciples. Over here in this combat here, holy shit, I don't have any magic, so so over here, close combat, I have a charge, I have a flank. He goes ahead and he swings at the BSB again. He fails to hit the fucking BSB. He fails to hit the fucking BSB. His Thunderstomp actually does like 4 wounds this time, right? But I have a charge, a flank, a big flank. I have 2 banners, and I did 1 wound. I win combat. I win combat. Now, I'm pretty sure I only win combat by 1, so he might have did like 5 or 6 wounds on the Thunderstomp. It doesn't even matter. But he rolls the dice, and he rolls an 11. He rolls an 11. So he fucking loses combat, again, by 1. He's going to take an extra wound. So he took 2 wounds this turn. He's up to 4 wounds in combat. He's going to stick there. I go ahead and I reform into ranks with my common goblins. It's not going to matter too much. My Black Orcs kill off the Plague Disciples, and I move them so that way the common goblins could not get flanked or rear charged by that unit of Rat Ogres. My general's on that side. Right now, I have taken the objective twice, alright, because my Black Orcs and my common goblins are holding on to the objective. So I'm definitely holding on to that objective currently. He realizes at this moment that he's not going to get that objective. He's just not. So he's going to charge here into the Black Orcs. That's going to happen. He's going to charge these guys into the common goblins. At this moment, I know the goblins are dead. I know they're dead. I'm just trying to pick that extra fucking wound off his general. I'm hoping to kill that bitch. All right. He's chasing Koopa. Not going to be able to make it. Magic, he goes ahead and he does. Can't even see that. Whatever the 4 spell is. Oh, Stars Align, which that's gonna suck. Don't know what happened to these guys. I don't know what happened to these guys. Oh, he did the swarm, and he did 3 wounds onto the K-Pack. That's what happened. Over here, close combat, he kills a bunch of my Forest Goblins. My Forest Goblins actually get 1 more poison off. Get him. He killed my BSB this time around, but I do 1 wound. I'm like, yes, I got him. And he's like, no, you only did 4 wounds. This is number 5. After doing the battle report, I realized it was only 5. I thought I had 1 more wound on him, but god damn it. So he gets the wound off. My Forest Goblins run. They book it. My Common Goblins stick on a Steadfast, and they're going to reform wider this way. And my main reason for this reform was to make sure I had room for the K-Pack to wheel around and get an impact in. Up here, he kills all my Black Orcs except for the Champ. My Champ lives. My General kills 2 Rat Ogres, but that's it. And we're going to stick on a Stubborn, and that was just lucky. That actually, right there, I think solidifies that I'm going to be able to get the objective. I want to say that's what it was. It's going to be my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn number 5, I think it was. I'm going to charge here. Boom! Into his fucking Vermin Demon. Get in. Holy shit, I'm probably going to kill this Vermin Demon. Alright. So, do I not have pictures? I don't have pictures. I have no magic. I have no shooting. Everybody's in combat. So, close combat. Impact hits. I do 7 on the impact hits. Plus 2. 9. 9 impact hits. 9 fucking impact hits. All I need is a couple 5-ups, alright? So on average, I should get 3 wounds. On average. You know how many fucking wounds I rolled? 1. 1 wound. Now, 1 wound is all I need, okay? Just to be honest, just to be fair, I only need 1 wound, right? He fails his ward save. The fucking K-Pack kill him. Now, his Rat Ogres destroy my Goblins. My Goblins are going to run. Becomes this issue. Alright, and I'm going to show you this picture here. This is a picture from ESC this year. ESC this year, I came up with this same exact scenario that's happening here. This is the picture of the Rat Ogres. My Goblins are going to run. They're going to flee, right? But his general's dead. The chariots are out of combat currently, okay? And then, who overruns first? I asked Darko at ESC, how does this go? He looked it up in the book. Alright? So when I brought this up to Schweitzer, I said, Schweitzer, I know exactly what happens in this scenario. This all happened to me at ESC. This is Darko's response for me asking him to look something up. Okay? And the answer was, in the book, it's whoever's turn it is to choose who gets to overrun first. So even though I'm overrunning, or even though he's overrunning to chase the Goblins, I'm overrunning with my chariots because I killed something and I'm going to keep on moving. But since they're happening at the same time, I get to choose. My chariots will hit the flank of his Rat Ogres, right? He did not like that answer. He was like, you're wrong. I'm like, no, it's the way it is. And he's like, no, it sounds wrong. And I go, but I had the judge look it up at, the ref look it up at ESC. He goes, the ref could be wrong. I was like, he looked it up and showed me in the book. He didn't like that answer. Anyway, so my chariots run into the flank of his Rat Ogres. And it's not going to matter, to be honest. It doesn't change anything. But what it does do, I think, is it stops him from getting to the objective at all. He'll get the objective this round. He obviously killed my general and my champ there. It runs him down. It's not going to matter. It's going to start off his turn 6. Turn 6, he runs to the flank of the chariots. And my chariots are about to get their asses kicked. But before they get their asses kicked, boom! They kill off a couple more Rat Ogres. Then they're going to die a glorious, glorious death. They're going to run off. I think he just kills me outright. I don't even think I run off the table. Koopa's the only thing I have. Literally, I have 1 wound on the table, and it's on Koopa. And Koopa's just been running away from that fucking Doom Wheel. That is it. That was an ugly, ugly game. The game went totally different than what I was expecting. The crazy part is I did get the objective. So no matter what, I'm getting 6 points. The truth is, Koopa living with 1 wound and me killing his demon got me 1 more point. So I got 7 points. That is crazy for how bad I got my ass kicked. That is crazy that I even came out with 7 points. Schweitzer was a little demoralized that he didn't get more points out of me. I'm just shocked that that's the way. I'm shocked that his demon didn't kill my Forest Goblins a lot sooner. Overall, it just is what it is. I can't even explain. Yeah. So, let's go over MVP, I guess. MVP is probably just the Forest Goblins for killing this fucking Vermin Demon. I can't. The BGKs, they surprised me. They were killing a Vermin Demon in close combat. It's just that many poison attacks over time grinded him down. I don't think he was planning on me to stick that long. I kind of had a feeling when he hit the wizard originally that I was going to be able to stick on the BSB banner and a wound, you know, that he'll only have a charge and 3 wounds, and then his Thunderstomp flub. So I kind of had a feeling I could stick on the general's leadership, which I did. But after that, I was just surprised they were there that long. Overall, I think I charged the trolls at an inopportune time. I wasn't careful with how far my savages were from his charges. I played sloppy, I played rusty, and it showed. It showed in my game, but surprisingly, I got 7 points. So I'm just happy I got 7, I guess. I wasn't too thrilled about this loss, 2 losses in a row, but at the same time, again, I don't expect anything different because I haven't been practicing. I haven't been playing since Denver, and Denver was at least 2 to 3 months ago already. So I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. But this game started to get me motivated into wanting to play better, as well as change my list a little bit to something that's a little bit better to handle this situation. I should have been able to do better against a Vermin Swarm army that didn't have shooting, but he did have really strong combat blocks. He really did have these rat ogres that were just too many attacks. But at the same token, the savages and the trolls only dishing out a total of 2 wounds. That is some bullshit. That is some bullshit. T5 is nothing to joke about, you know, and I needed those flaming swords off. I needed maybe the rerolls to hit off, but it didn't really matter when I fucking roll everything under 4. Even the regents, it was just bleh. Anyways, I'm just surprised. This game was kind of weird to me that the 1 wound I have left on the table and I still came out with 7 points. That's just mind-blowing. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy this. I enjoyed making it. If you guys do like it, hit like, share, and subscribe. Coming up next, I got a game against Mr. If you guys know Wargaming from the Balcony, it's not him. It's his son, Mr. Brandon Phelps. But I'll go over that in the next video. It's going to be Ogre Cons versus Orcs and Goblins. Guys, until then, see you next time. Take care, and peace.